They could also go to Hera from here, but that's a little bit slower.
Yeah, I guess. I wonder where Malmo will go. I don't think she's been to GT yet, so I guess that's probably where she will go. Maybe. Never mind. I lied again.
I mean,
Is
it's Laser Bridge.
Laser Bridge? Yeah.
I mean, that could have many fire rods there.
It's true. She already did the middle of Turtle Rock, so there's not that many checks here for her, but it could just be like a... This is 4 checks that take like a minute to do, so it's better to do this before something like GT, which is a big time investment. I think what JD is doing is going to Maya from Houston.
Because he doesn't have the pearl.
Yeah. Yeah, JD not even doing checks in here. Maybe we'll see this one. Okay, I think Malmo might... No, she's doing Lava. I was wondering if she would do a dupe of the Turtle Rock prize to keep paired as an option, but maybe it's a bit ambitious to do that.
Well, she already checked ped, and it was VRAM ped.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
yes.
I don't remember what it was, other than it was nothing.
It was VRAM. That was the important thing. Yeah, I mean, at this point, the only thing that matters is it fire?
Yeah, it's just a race.
Yeah.
Race for fire, like caveman.
Yeah, it's can Malmo get fire before JD beats Stone?
He's not checking Mimic Cave. Oh, she's doing it now. I get it.
Mimic Cave is normally you just don't get to do it because you need mirror and hammer, but. Still no fire. She will probably go to upstairs GT, I think. Through some method or another. There's a couple different ways. Or she's just gonna lava dive. This is the other option that she has from here.
Hopefully she doesn't get trapped into doing something like mirroring and going to escape.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, that probably is what she's going to do. She's like, she doesn't have a ton of options that are better than that. It is a little confusing to figure that she wouldn't go to GT. So it could be that she might just skip escape and go to GT. I mean, GT is not, unless she finds a way to go to right side, like JD did. GT is not going to be the answer. And she's running out of time to find a fire rod or the lamp. GT only has ice remaining. She's got the mirror out, but it doesn't look like she's mirrored to escape. Oh no, she's doing Pyramid Fairy. I was wondering if she was just gonna skip everything, which would have been good for her. I don't know if JD has the right versions for ice, but maybe I missed them buying it.
What did, he just needs a red or a blue. Oh, he's buying a red now, I guess. Or
Yeah.
just getting spawns.
Red would VRAM, which is potentially a little risky, maybe. You can do a Samaria YBA to not VRAM, but I don't think anyone actually does that. Except for me.
I wonder if he just knows the hook push. I'm doubting it, but he might.
Yeah, the hook push without the glove is a lot worse than the hook push with the glove. But they've run all bosses, so I think they know how to do it. But I think it makes a lot more sense to just hope that you don't get a VRAM crash and do the YBA. Space was a little narrow for the K explosion. Yeah, right now it's a race really. Malmo had an advantage early, beating a lot of dungeons, but JD is in go mode by having the lamp. They actually have the ability to kill Ganon. Malmo does not, so she needs to find a fire source before she can finish the game. So as long as she finds a fire rod soon, she will be ahead. The clock is ticking.
And we know there's not one in Escape or Castle Tower or anywhere in this vicinity.
Yeah. JD is going to be a little slower without the Moon Pearl to do that lava dive quickly, but it only has a little bit of time. Okay, where is Malmo going now?
It looks like GT.
Yeah.
I can't imagine she'd go to the right side first.
Yeah, even if she does go to the right side somehow, it will probably be after everything on the left side. And there are checks on the left side we didn't see. They could have a fire rod. Lamp is in GT, which is where Malmo is going, but it's on the right side in Compass Room. So it's a little difficult to get to. There's a handful of ways to do it, but I'm not sure how familiar Malmo is with some of them. JD skipping absolutely everything. Finding a glove would have helped them, but they didn't seem to care. Ah, this is where the bottle was. And it looks like they're going for the hook push. This is a pretty involved hook push. It has a lot of steps and a lot of ways for it to go wrong.
I wouldn't say it's that difficult, but you definitely have to know every step perfectly.
Yeah, if you know what you're doing, it's not too bad. But if you're not doing the all bosses speedrun, you don't have a ton of reason to be practicing this. Because we have a lot of better options, simpler options for beating Ice Palace.
Yeah, like I think the Tam Slam would have just been better, but I don't know.
Yeah, this...
Oh!
Oh my goodness. That's just in time. I think that's advantage Malmo. Yeah, because she has Agatu dead. She just goes right
Oh. Oh my god.
Wow, that is the last possible check she had to stay in this race.
I guess JDSilvers, whatever that's worth, but...
Yeah, I think it's too much for JD. They still have to kill Agatu.
Yeah. That was...
That is crazy.
That was Malmo's last out. There was nothing left that was going to help her in that dungeon.
Check she could have done. Yeah. She probably feels not great. Well, maybe she feels okay about that, given where the hammer was. But
I feel like she's pretty frantic.
Yeah, I mean, first fight is awesome. An hour and 24 in is pretty unrealistic to feel good about. He definitely has no idea how suspenseful that was. Looks like JD will be conveying into the middle of Tara, which I think is the best option. Especially, it's pretty easy to do. They did the get the refill right before a death wall thing, which everyone does. Oh, JD is not going to death walking. Okay, this makes more sense now. We're going to use the pipe to become Lonk, and then the pit to turn Lonk into Link.
I think Malmo's lost her mind a little bit on the Ganon fight, but we... I mean, I'd be nervous too.
Yeah, typical boss. Some missed cape spins. But yeah, she gets it done, so GG to Malmo wins this race. JD is going to be perhaps a little sad to see this finish. Very close race.
I want to say it was pretty lucky that she found the fire rod, but she also didn't really have that many like, we had like Eastern and Catfish and the Smith chain, and like upstairs GT. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Was it that lucky?
It's going to be pretty high, and a lot of the checks that aren't in her collection rate will be the rest of GT that she was about to be doing. So she definitely, I mean, she had to find a fire rod somewhere. Yeah, we'll see about getting her in for an interview as JD finishes up. And we're joined by Malmo. GG.
GG's.
You.
You don't know how suspenseful that was.
No, it's terrifying. It was so suspenseful on my end too. Because I was in 7 crystals, whatever, for like feels like the entire game. Like said, I have a plan for all the crystals. I got the last crystal on Moth, I think, that told me I didn't need Fire Rod.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the short story of what happened was JD cleared out GT except for that Fire Rod chest, and the lamp was on the right side. So you were quite a bit ahead earlier. Like when you had 6 crystal bosses done, he had 4, but he had hook pushing. So he was like, if you didn't find the Fire Rod right then, you were going to lose, basically. He's in the Ganon fight now.
Yeah, that was, I And interesting because you knew I was going into GT, and there's only like 1 or 2 chests that they probably didn't get with the hammer. I'm assuming it's because they didn't have hammer, right? They probably did all the right side up to random room.
Yeah, he didn't have the hammer.
When it wasn't in the other chest, then you're like, well, it's got to be this one.
If it was not in that chest, you were going to spend the next few minutes in GT probably, and
yes.
GT was going to finish.
Yeah, you're right. And I didn't even have good options for low index pushing. All I had was Ice Rod, so I just didn't. I never did it. I think I armed index like 5 times and I only used it once. Yeah. Well, twice. Skullwoods and Swamp.
I think he used the low index push to get to the lamp.
Where was Silvers?
Yeah,
oh, they were in GT. I know that because Cannon told me.
GT. But yeah, JD finishing GG's to them. Very, very close race.
Nice. Whew. I was also wetting the bed at like Ganon because I was so nervous.
Yeah.
When you saw that phase 4.
I might have made a comment about it.
There was a lot of there was maybe 1 triple in that entire fight. Let's put it that way.
No, that's understandable. And also, it is just your first tournament race. The rest of us have been racing like animals, and you're just waiting for an opponent. So
yeah, that's true. Oh, and my next opponent is probably Czechs. So, oh, that's not, you know, scary at all.
Hey, I almost beat him, and I can't do anything. So.
GG's to JD as well, who joins us.
GG.
GG, congrats.
Thanks. When did you find out that you didn't need Fire Rod?
After I did Skullwoods.
Same, but I didn't have any fire source. So I got all 7 crystals and all 7 bosses and Aga 2. And still had no fire source and no silvers.
You two were actually.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say, I'm not surprised that I lost this one. I made all kinds of really, really silly mistakes. Like, I don't know. And then the Hyrule Castle play was a complete waste of time. That felt really bad.
That was one of the things I did after Aga 2. Because I thought I'd be cute about it. Go to TR, clear all of it out, and then do Aga 2 while there. And then do all of Castle from Aga 2. And then I will just find a fire source there and mirror back to Ganon, and it would be really cool. And there wasn't anything there.
The mirror to Ganon, did you have the Moon Pearl?
Yeah, it's in back of Escape. Glove is in Mire.
Yeah, I thought about going into Mire early, because I opened it as a bunny, well, like with Link State, but I didn't have the Moon Pearl, but I decided not to go back there because I had having the hookshot. I wanted to do Pod and Hookshot Cave.
Sounds like you didn't have Mire Big Key when you went, because you don't have it now. But I had Mire Big Key and Kane, so I could have gone back to Hype Cave, but I decided to just do the dungeon that was in front of me instead of muck around the overworld. And I didn't know it was a crystal, so it was
the big key.
It's kind of a slow dungeon. Oh, it's just not on the tracker.
Yeah, I hook pushed like to save time in the fishbone room, but I like opened the door on the boss though.
Yeah, you guys both did this, the Mirror-Apt, Stumpy, and Link State Darkworld play, but Nomer...
I thought I was JD... special for doing that.
I
thought I was real clever.
JD didn't have Kane at the time, I think, which is why they didn't go in.
Yeah, you had to do Pod first if you wanted that. I also got Desert Big Key from Turtle Rock, I think, out of Hookshot Cave before any of CAC, so CAC W for the win. I got to do Desert Thieves, I got to do a whole bunch of stuff before returning to the overworld and doing the rest of that. Like, my routing was really good and efficient, I think.
So what did you find, though? I didn't find either of the fire rods, did you?
That was my go mode. I mean, after my 7th crystal in Aga 2, I went to Castle and TR and GT, and my fire rod was in the Fire Snakes room in GT. It's one of the ones you couldn't get without hammer, which is in back of Swamp, by the way. It's one of the things I could play around with cane and desert and get that. That was pretty cool.
Oh, I didn't even check anything in Swamp, because after I got the lamp, I was like, if I hook push to the back of Skullwoods and then kill the boss, and it's a pendant, then I'm trapped inside the thing that you can't blow up without the fire rod, so I was like, I better check all the items first in case that there's a fire rod here that I need, and then the boss ended up being a crystal, so then I didn't need the fire rod, and it was just a rush after that. But I did a really slow cold stare fight, and I don't know, well, that was like an embarrassing Ganon fight. Not that it was relevant to the race.
So was
but
mine. Don't worry. You should see my face.
Well, I was like getting into Aga 2 and I saw you finished, I was like, God, dang it! Like I knew I just made too many mistakes.
Yeah, but I mean, looking at your tracker, it looks like you just had worse equipment than me. I don't think it was execution. I think we just had different paths, and you were in go mode earlier, and I had better stuff, and that's really what it came down to.
I don't know. I mean, I was comfortable hook pushing like to all the bosses, and I conveyored to TR, but I guess the moon purple slowed me down. Like not having it. I mean,
I didn't have the good hook pushing. I had the powder and ice rod. I was able to get by the 2 hook pushes I really needed, which were Skull and Swamp Crystal. I just had to set up an index ahead of time for those. Especially for
I did do a little
Swamp.
Oh, sorry. I did do a little bit of like stuff with the silver arrows and the powder, but when I found the lamp, like actually that was how I got the lamp, actually, was pushing with the silver arrows and the powder. The lamp was in not rando room, the other one, compass room.
Yeah, I'm not sure I had a plan for I clear all of GT and still don't have fire, because I don't have the red boom either. I don't know where that was. I have the blue boom.
That was mushroom, which was also in GT.
So
and flippers were also in GT.
All the sparkles, all the good stuff is in GT. Just
I didn't use the flippers though, because I didn't need to. But
yeah, no, that's flippers would have slowed me down, I think, because I would have done Swamp. I would have done all of Swamp looking for fire instead of just doing Argus and Crystal. It's one of the few dungeons I didn't like full clear after finding out that I was in Fire Source Go mode.
Yeah, I didn't touch Swamp at all, just Death Hole Argus and then hook push to Skullwood Super Tile. But I mean, GG. Like you clearly you did it better.
A little bit, but not enough to be complacent about round 2. Like we said earlier, nobody in this tournament can afford to underestimate their opponent.
4 bottles. That's funny. That were those all like found, or did you dupe one?
They were all natural organic bottles. One of them at least was in GT. While searching for Fire Rod. I was like, I don't need these. I even caught a fairy just in case I wanted beams for hook pushing. I've never used it. Yeah, it's just best of 3, so we still have a chance. I mean, we're in the winner's bracket, so both of us have at least 4 more games.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you have Game 2 scheduled.
We do not. We'll have to work that out. I'm free tomorrow, but only in the morning. But we can work that out later.
Yeah, we'll look forward
probably
to
Monday,
that.
I think, if that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Let's
do
plan on it.
100 races happening tomorrow, so
yeah,
you're
right.
Your logic.
Are there
tomorrow
more?
Will be a treat. So look forward to that one. I guess, do either of you have any final thoughts about the race or anything?
I didn't tree warp because why would I in this seed? But I learned it right before the race because I didn't want to lose a game to tree warp again. Classic. I learned. Sword? Where was the 4th sword? I was late. It was a TR big chest.
Oh.
Right before
I
Aga
didn't open it. I opened a chest in Eastern, and I was like, well, I don't need literally anything. Why am I opening this? And it was the TR map.
Oh,
And then,
that's really good,
and I was
actually.
like, I didn't need the map at that point
Oh.
because I already got the info. So I was like, great, now you probably have the info that was hard for me to get. But
Go to Eastern.
I don't know if that was actually.
I had Eastern Big Key and Bow, and I hadn't even been to Sahasrahla yet. And I was like, I'm gonna go to Sahasrahla first, just in case Eastern's the green pendant, and then I'm gonna bail when it is.
And it was.
And it was. I bet there's another fire rod there.
Between the both of you, you didn't have many locations left. It was like upstairs GT, Eastern, Catfish, and Smith chain stuff, probably. Something like that.
Sounds right. I mean, that's what I had left. And middle of swamp.
One thing that we thought would be an advantage is JD checked the lumberjack ledge and the ice rod was on there.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you both just found the easy one in CAC.
There was also a pendant. I'm telling you, it never happens. Naga never dies. Molnorm always dies.
Well, I did the lumberjack DMA, so it wasn't like I went up there like just for that. So it wasn't.
No, I agree. I think if you're doing lumberjack DMA, you should check it. But I think you should make a trip just to check it on the way to like the Lost Woods. One of these days, somebody will actually kill Aga1.
Maybe.
And then they'll regret it because they'll have guards everywhere.
Yeah, 7 blue walls.
And no fake Dark World.
Oh yeah. Okay, I guess that will probably do it for us. Stay tuned for the races tomorrow. It'll be exciting. But we'll see everyone later.
Thanks for the comms and tracking, everyone. Thanks for the restream. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, thanks for the race.